Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to be working on the cover for my Crafty Christmas in July project, and I'm going to start alternating my sneaky peeks between my Christmas December daily and one of my early books. I mean, this is like 2021, I believe. So this is the cover. I think this is my February March. So I started in February and I have it over there to show you as time goes by. And this was my March one. And of course, you know, I'm Irish, so I put a bunch of shamrocks on here. I love this little girl. I framed her in this frame. And this paper came from a paper pad that was mostly like garden related. I love it. I'm gonna have to see if I can find that again. I've still got about a quarter of it over there. I also did a die cut on here, and I did two of them. So it had a drop shadow, and then I did a little bit of what was that? Probably alcohol marker, something. All right, and then of course I've never put anything in this pocket. But it's kind of a cool pocket. It goes down like that, and then it goes in like that. So you have two pockets in there. And I thought that was kind of neat. I like this. This is also from the same paper pad. But this is from Scrapbooking with Me. She started me out. That's when I started at the very beginning after my 2020 year of cards. So this is the calendar that she gave us. And then you see I have a little plane, but it means I was in West Virginia up to here. And then I started recording what I would do each day. But I mean, it got to the point I couldn't write in these little tiny boxes. So I eventually went up to my big calendar. Well, it goes over, oh, I must have made this a two-parter. So this is actually March and April. So I put my two calendars in here, and it's my favorite bloom time of the year. So I sent myself a postcard, I guess, and it went in here. And then I wrote, of course, everything there. I have a piece of paper back here. I guess it didn't turn out very well, so I covered it. But then I have a pocket over here with more writing. And boy, was I journaling back then. Yeah, it's in March and April combined. So my vacation was bad. I said I almost got down on the ground and kissed it when I drove into the driveway. I sure hope we never have another trip to research when a natural disaster hits. Oh, we were in the third largest flood in history of Kermit. And we were stuck up the road that we stayed on. We were stuck. I mean, there was no way to get out. You go down to the forks. It was flooded right there at the forks. Then the backwater came out, and it flooded it even more. So we had 3 days, I think, we sat in the house and just researched on our computers. But oh, and then even the flat tire on my bad luck karma 2 days later didn't overshadow the trip. Oh my God. I think I spelled karma wrong. Oh, okay. Anyhow, that is your sneaky peek. It wasn't much of a peek, but you did get to see a neat pocket. Okay. Oh gosh. That's the thing. You want to write in your journals and remember crazy things like I'm not going to remember that later on down the line, so I needed to remember it that way. Okay, this Crafty Christmas in July is hosted by Terry of Sweet Pea Papers, and she has a Facebook group called that, and you need to go over and watch her July 1st video to see what she has in store for you as a giveaway. Then you have a Lisa at Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling is also having a giveaway, and you need to go to her Etsy and you buy $15 worth of lace and you get a yard of lace free. All right, I'm picked out these papers. Okay, this one was, I think, going to be my back. my back page. It was just an extra one, and I actually got a choice. I don't know what I was doing. But we're using Kyung's kit, her a vintage Christmas Day kit, and that's what I used in my journal, was her beautiful kit. And I think the reason I printed two was because I'm going to have to go this way with it. So I need to, I want to go this way. So I need to put it in here, figure out where I want to cut it. Where is I don't have to go as far over as the crease, because I've got that nice little piece of material in here. And that is a good reason to have material, because then you've got some play. You don't have to worry about it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut these two pieces like that, because I want the big poinsettia. So we're going to cut those two at this size. And then we need to cut one. And I'm still debating how I'm going to do this on. Oof, I might have to cover this with something else first, as you can see. But I'd like to try to get both of those trees in there. I also need something for my spine to cover it all together. And that may be another piece of material. So let's see about that. These two I need to cut. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I found me a piece of material right here, and I've cut it to size, and I'm going ahead and put that on there first, because everything else can cover this up. I'm okay with that. It's also got like a little evergreeny look to it, and it's the same one I used on the inside. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got that on, and yeah, it's my front. Okay, so I like this because it will bend with you. I mean, you don't have to worry about it puckering and stuff on these corners. And also, my cover, I don't think it's going to go all the way over. Plus, I'm not crazy about seeing the cardboard. So I'm taking these little scraps from the kit I used, and we're going to put those on the front and also on the back, right across there. And just glue it with my my art glitter. I think that'll do the job. I think I'm going to glue the front, and then I'm going to glue the back, and I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue the one side to the front, and then I'll wrap it around after I get this secured, and then go to the back. I figured that's the easiest way to do it. Another way to disguise your corners or your ends, if you didn't want to go the paper route, is you get like an alcohol marker. This is a Copic marker. You want to do this before you put any of your papers down, but you're going to just rub it along the end. Now, if you've got glue on here, it won't color the glue. I'm sorry to say, but it'll give you a rustic look. So you can just do like that, and you've got a nice little, I use the chisel so I can get into the little tight areas. Like, I should have done that before I put my material down, but that's okay. My material is green, and so is my Copic marker. So, and this is all you have to do. I do this a lot on some of my other type of projects, and yeah, see, it kind of hides all of that brown. And I need to do that little bit right there. There we go. Okay, I went ahead and glued this down with fabric tack, my paper to the back page, because I had that one strip of fabric. I didn't want to take any chances, and fabric tack is a good fast sealer as well. And as you notice, I did not cut it right. I cut off my poinsettia. So I'm going to make us a pocket back here. I may want to put in the pocket what this challenge was, or you know, something that will go into the new year, because this will go up to Christmas, but it didn't go any further. So just in case I want to write my memories or something about after Christmas, I will have the area to put it on, like a little piece of paper. And I'll stick it in there. There we go. Now, our front. We want to put our papers on the inside first, because that's flat. They're flat. I don't have to worry about opening this and messing up my front after I get this done, if I do this step first. Okay, I want my little guys to be on the outside, so it's facing in, kind of leading you into the book kind of deal. Now, you always have to get this stuff down quick and put a good bead, because you put a little skinny bead, that thing is dry. It is dry in no time. Oh, I wanted to thank y'all. I wanted to thank all my new subscribers, my regular old-time subscribers, my viewers and watchers. I want to thank everybody for coming to visit me today. I really appreciate it, spending your quality time with me, and hope I give you some ideas. And you know, while I'm doing this journal, I had another idea. I swear they come to me so fast. Anyhow, it's for another type of a journal. I don't think I've seen anybody do it. You know, that's my usual MO. Just something that kind of came on the fly when I was flipping this journal around. So, stay tuned for that in the near future. I may do a small one, a small journal, so I can get it done quick and be able to show you. It's coming down really nicely. There we go. Now you can write on this if you want, or if I choose, because this is going to be my little journal. I'm kind of iffy on how these strings are going to hold up. That is my one concern. Now, if I would have used a wax thread, I had to use something skinny. Now, wax thread is supposed to be really strong, so that may be the thing to use here. And I may have to, if I want to reproduce something like this for the Christmas season, I might have to do that. And, all right. And I'm not going to do a one of my usual, you know, hitch ball. I think I done used them all. My hitch ball fasteners. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to just tie it with string. I do still have some of this left over, so I may do that as my tie, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to utilize some buttons too. All right, now the thing is with this thing, I want it to go down. I don't like that one piece is bent though, but I want it to have a pretty edge on it. So da 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 da. We're going to put that down here. And let me just go ahead. I think I've got enough for both the front and the back, so I'll be uniform, you know. It won't be one looks this way and one looks that way. So let me go in just a little bit there. I want my my velveteen to be covering it. All right, so let's go in right here. Ooh, I don't want to get it in the glue. Not in the glue. Let me get my little magic wand here. You don't want to get stuck to it. Use you a little silicone spatula makeup thing. This I actually put on masks. I got it from this makeup company I was shopping and trying to sell, and it does a really good job. Did a good job putting the mask on. Does a good job of smearing this around. Okay. Yep, I got just enough for the back. So I'm actually going to go and with the same concept. I'm going to do the back and get that done because that's a flat surface. While I'm going ahead and putting this down. And that is... okay, that's right side up. All right. Yeah, that's always the hardest part, telling what the right side up of the ribbon is and everything else. Ooh, I gotta think about what kind of picture I want to show y'all today at the end of the video. Trying to think what I have left. I've got a few. I mean, you know, back then you didn't take very many photos. Although I did have an aunt, and thank goodness she took a bunch of photos, because I used to go around and collect them when I started doing my family tree. And I was going around collecting them from all the aunts and uncles and stuff that had photos, so I could get copies. I had a manual Minolta camera, and I never could get a good shot inside. You know how you never can? Take it outside. Don't get in direct sunlight. But if you take it outside and you put it like on like a porch or something, and then take a photo. I used to take it with the 100 speed film. That's when you used to have the rolls of film now. But the slower the film, the better the image would come out. And I took all these photos, and, you know, after they passed away, people either stole them or, you know, the originals took them. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. But I never took anybody's photos. I had one cousin that she swore I did. I didn't steal nobody's photo. I made copies. I can show you the negative. All right. There we go. Now I need to remember where my front, there's my front. So my back is this. I got to get my paper so I can put it down. And I think we were talking about putting a tree on it. One thing is, my tree is not tall enough, but let me see what I can do. I'll be back. Okay, I've got my back cut, and I had a little extra piece of this, so I'm able to go up to the top with that. So I'll put that down first. So, or will I? Let me put this big piece down first. Now, remember there was a tree on both sides? So what I did is I cut this to the shape or the size that I wanted to be on the back panel. Then I'm going to put this down on here and make it a tuck. So I've got both my trees. Yay! All right, so let me get this down first. And of course I've got to use fabric tack because I'm dealing with lace here and fabric there. I really like this little wreath piece, but I'm going to have to wipe this off. It's got too much stuff on the end of it. Ugh. That's the only problem with fabric tack. It dries so fast that it builds up on your end. And then it's hard to get a nice defined bead to come out. Ooh, I just had to go out and hang some clothes. I had to put you on hold. Go out and hang the clothes while I still got sunny skies. But never fear. It's hot out there. Humid today too. All right, let me get this down to where I want it, and I gotta get my little piece down. This will be at the very bottom and as close to my edge as I can get it. There, push it up just so it's aligned with the base, and I'm hoping this piece is big enough. Is it? Ugh, I gotta recut it. Okay, now I got that up there. It's it's secure. Now I'm going to get my side tuck in here. And this is just giving me options. I mean, all my pockets inside are basically taken. And I didn't want to put any more pockets on the inside covers because it's kind of fat. I don't want to put more bulk, so this is going to be my option of adding something else without adding the bulk. All right, so there's our cover. It is complete on the insides and the back. So see, I didn't put anything here. I might save that for writing. And now, see, it's got a little bit of poof to it. But not much. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't have more. Okay. And of course, this is Lisa's lace that she gave us from our goodie bags. And so is this. And I'm wanting to use this beautiful piece of velveteen on the front. And then, I think I had a dress, but it was green. And I'm going to fussy cut out this because I don't want to cover up all this beauty. And I had debated on putting this on here or not, and I really, really don't think I am. I've left it here to the side until after I get this cut out, and then we'll see. All right, let me fussy cut. Okay, I have my little tree cut. I've got it to where it's going to go in the center. I also cut that frame out that was around it because I still see my background, but I'll have that little bit of finishing touch to it. All right, now what we need to do is cut. And I don't know whether to cut before or to cut after. Maybe we'll just try to cut after. How about that? It might make it easier. All right, so we're going to go up here to our edge and put us a nice big strong bead of glue. We're actually going to do that on all sides. I don't know how much this is going to take, and I don't know how far it's going to go over here, so I'll just go that far. I sure hope this doesn't come through. I might run my finger over it just to be sure that there's no big puddles that will bleed through. Ooh. It's not coming out too fast, but I just have to be aware of the edges drying on me before I get done. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do. Run our finger over it just a little bit, just to tame the tame the bubbles. All right. And I don't want it that far to the edge. I want it right at the edge. Yep. Okay. This part here. I'll probably need to put a little bit more glue on the back side of this one. It's almost right on the edge. Okay. Well, let me wipe my finger off that I smoothed the... It's the only problem with fabric tack. Sticks to every fingerprint you got. Okay. Just going to do it like that. All right. That will do the trick for me. Ooh, it's a little bunchy right here, but I think my tree is going to go in that spot. All right, now our other thing is to trim it off. And I'm going to try to follow the edge of the bottom of my book. And I got me a little piece for something else. All right, and I got a little bit of an excess. I think if I can turn it over, yeah. If I can turn this over, I'll be doing good. I can see what I need to trim off really well now. Just if I can get in there to it. Okay. Now, let's see how I can do it on this side. All right, I think I'm good with that. Get my excess out of the way. Yeah. Okay, now I can always get back in there with my little scissors and trim that up. So now what we want to do is get our tree down here. Clean my nozzle off. Sort of. And we're getting the tree down. Actually, we might want to put this down first because I want to center my tree in it. was trying to utilize all of that Christmas card my friend sent me. I had several more I thought to put in the pockets, but they just kind of, they didn't quite go with the theme, you know. They were too bright and cheery and not antique-y looking, you know. Alright, now what we need to do is get that down and get all the excess hairs off of it. See if that'll stick good for me. I think it will. I think it will. Okay. Now our tree. Yeah, never throw away really pretty Christmas cards. I mean, you might use the sayings inside of them. You might use the outside like I did here. You got a lot of different choices. You can remake your own cards for the next year just by using the pieces and parts of old cards. Alright. Now, let's see if we can get that. I'm going to use my tweezers this time. Yeah. Alright, right there. See, that's why I had to put the frame on first. So I knew where it was going. Alright. Push it down. And I have a piece of a little saying I had from another paper pack, and I had the little numbers left over. So I've got Christmas Joy 2023 on there. And we're going to smear that on there. Try to get it on enough of the letters to hold them down. And that is going to go down right here at the base. Right across the base. There. Alright, I got to see if I can clean these numbers up. Oh, let me get my finger wet. Those numbers have got fabric tack all over them. You gotta do it while they're nice and wet, or semi-wet. Okay. I think we're good. Got a little, oh. I had a little excess there. I think that's good. I think that's good. All right, our cover is done. Oh. All right, like I said, I'm going to have to get in here and try to measure this up and sketch it up a little bit better on the edge. That's the only part that I didn't do a good job with. But that is our cover so far. All right, our next will be the very last, the flip through. So you'll get to see it all in one shot. Thank you for coming to visit. Oh, I got a picture to show you, don't I? Hold on. Okay, this is me when I was 4. And that's my little kitty, Ginger. And you can see the old fireplace in the background. And Mom decorated up the mantle. Back then we had these like styrofoam balls. And she would wind them on there. And then we had little gingerbread styrofoam village or something up there in a wreath. And she used to take these bottles. And she would take paraffin wax. I don't know if you can see that face very well. But she'd take paraffin wax, heat it up, and then whip it with a beater really fast. And it became white foam. Then before it dries, she would scrape it onto these bottles or vases or whatever. And then she'd put a candle in the top of it. And that was our homemade decorations. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming to visit. And Merry Christmas. And I... 6 months early. But come back and visit again and see this flip through. Everybody have a great day.